Hey, this is Tom Matelski. Going to be doing a match with Psychatog versus Weight Control. Actually, ends up the player was playing my list, so it's up against Paul Master. I forget what his real name is, but he's a good player. So I'm going to play an island. He goes waste. So I wasn't sure yet what he was on. I was automatically thinking land still. And just go back and forth a little bit. So I figured he has a counter spell, but I had the factor fiction to one. I figured he can waste a counter spell here, but I need to find land. I think I drew a land here. Oh, important. Put the island back, Psychatog there, and then under my river so I can get black mana. I think I played the Psychatog since I counterspell back up. And I don't know how much longer I could be waiting. And then he cracks the Verge. Interesting enough, Croatian Verge in a control matchup is one of the best cards. So he's definitely ahead right now. He goes to Wrath. A counterspell. And that resolved, I was actually shocked. So I think I gush. To rest him. So you get a Mirari's Wake and 3 lands. So he's got the compulsion, but this is looking good for me. So I think I discarded to get the Coliseum active. Swing it for 3. He plays a land and passes. Interesting enough, I think he played the island. There's a couple times he plays the land I didn't know about. So it's definitely a misplay on his part. We'll see that probably later. All right, so it's also like an AK mirror. So I figured I got to keep the AK on top. It's a good thing about Psychatog playing AK against any AK mirror decks. You can exile them so they don't get value. Here we go. So he discarded the Flooded Strand, even though he still has fetchable basics. So he should have probably got rid of the Dust Bowl or the Sungrass Prairie, because I knew about those. Yeah, I mean, he's ditching the Prairie and Dust Bowl anyway. So I don't know why he wouldn't do that first. So AK anyway, he doesn't counter it. I think I just attack for 1. Oh, I just got the 1 there. That makes sense. I went for a little more. I think I counted his lands thinking, all right, how much more active can I keep the circular logic? But I want to try to make it a 2-turn clock, or the closest I could. The factor fictions, I think let's see. Yeah, I let it resolve because I was like, I need to counter the cards that deal with Psychatog. So I split like this, and I believe he takes the swords. Oh no, he took the AK. Guess he was hoping he'd be able to draw more, even though now I think I get rid of mine. Oh, we had another swords, that's right. So I think he goes to AK here, and I mana leak it. Okay. This gets interesting. I think he hard casted a Creative Justice. So here's where Recall was real good. I think I played this right too. So I get Psychatog big enough so we can kill the 2 angels as 4/4, so I can bounce the Mirage Wake, because I don't really want him having a full turn of all that mana with Compulsion and the Mirage Wake. I'd rather Compulsion cost 2 mana than 1. So I start bidding things. All right, so I binned a bunch of stuff to get the Psychatog to a 8/9, and then I bounced the Mirage Wake. He discarded a Forest, and Psychatog killed both angels. So I attacked for 1. I don't know why this thing keeps glitching. Moto gets like very glitchy. You rewatch replays. Keep activation, I have to counterspell it. Should dig here, I think. Oh, we had mana leak. Okay. Yeah, scoop soon. Yep, I scoop there. We can go to game 2. Goes. All right, here's game 2. All right, so when I saw the 3 mana, I was like, intuition, which he countered. When he countered this, I was gonna slam the Psychatog, no matter what. Yep. So he's stuck on islands. Duress. So since he's countering, I'm gonna let him lose his resources. I'm gonna leak back. And I see his hand here, so I just take the card that beats me, which is swords. And this can be a very fast clock now. So it's important to just try to find a land. Actually, no, I ported him to make sure he didn't draw colorless mana. That's what I did. So I saw he was drawing the Wrath and Dust Bowl. You kind of wait for intuition. I countered his intuition. All right, now I can gush and then factor fiction. And this is a good game. So I dealt him 18. All right. And then we'll go to game 3. Game 3. This game is nuts. He plays a Verge, and I was kind of disappointed to see it. Oh, the reason I led with Underground River first is because I have Counterspell in my hand. So I want to keep it my land drops. Correct Verge. I play Psychatog. Factor Fictions. Yep, so I think he takes the swords and the strand. Oh no, actually, I think I split like this. Yep. Making him make a decision, because I do know his hand for the most part. I think he takes the swords too, which is very telling. So like, all right, if he swords here, I gotta discard a few other cards, which I do. Yep. So maybe waste some resources, but that was, I think it was good for me. Now I knew his hand here, which was Cree and then lands. I put this can play. See Fact Fictions again. He takes the Mirari's Wake pile, which I thought was interesting. I think he should have took the Factor Fiction beside the disc. So he makes some tokens here, and when he taps out, I take advantage. So I get intuition for 3 AKs. So get to draw 3 cards. I think that was a mistake on his part. I'm not sure why he did that. I think he's trying to make me blow up the disc. He blessings, puts the decree and swords back. I believe a Factor Fiction. So AK again. Sounds like that's not happening, so I can get up on cards here. I drew another duress, so that was nice. I take, let's see, took the Mirage Wake. So at this point now, I was like, I can protect my Psychatog. I just want to have a double mana for that turn. And I also thought that I don't want to blow up the disc since I had the plague in my hand. So I was like, if I can get rid of the Mirari's Wake, I can keep that when if necessary. I get the plague here to deal with the tokens. The blessings again. And I factor fiction. So he can make an angel. My gosh. So I didn't use the snap yet. I was hoping he was going to attack. He's having a bunch of mana. I think he's making another set of angels. I counter it. He goes to AK. So I get rid of all my AKs since I used them all already, and then he's only going to draw one card. So now I can attack him. So I just discard some things to kill the angel. So I start pumping one at a time. If I wasn't so low, I only have 18 cards left in my library. I would let the Tormod's probably just resolve, but I need to end the game quickly. I think this is where he swords is one. Yeah, which I knew about. Important to land. Gosh, and counterspell. So at this point, I feel pretty good here to win. Go attack. Gush. He goes to factor fiction. I counter it. Draw into a factor fiction. But I was like, I don't need it. Now I factor fiction. I still have snap to save the Psychatog if I need it. And I attack for lethal. And game over.